Good morning, everybody. Mike Vacchi, Princetontrader.com, here with your Tuesday morning pre-market webcast. Okay, so what can I say except that was one of the most volatile days you will ever experience in the market, no matter how long you trade. Okay, let me give you a few of the parameters that we're running in the room right now. I'm not calling out active trade setups right now. I'm calling the tape, but I'm not calling active trade setups. And the reason I'm not calling active trade setups, and I haven't really been calling active trade setups since our short from 27.60 and then the other one from 27.20.25 broke down for huge numbers. I mean, they were just incredible trades. I don't know if everybody out there has an accurate quote for this market. And until there is a level of confidence out there that accurate quotes bid and ask for the mini exist, then you need to sit on the sidelines and wait. Especially if you trade with some of these retail brokers and your system is freezing up and it's doing this and your platform's going down and that. Look, it's not worth it. It's not worth having a position on, having your platform literally go down, and when it turns back on, I mean, you're blown up. You're blown up. So we move into survival mode. And I know a lot of brokers have basically gone to 100% margin on stuff. So, please be smart, be safe. I've done about 3 or 4 videos, face-to-face videos, telling people to be smart and be safe. So I wanted to start with that. Okay, just please, 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 please. It is not worth it. And if you don't, if you're confused in this market, if you're looking to get in out of the rain, come and see us. We had a lot of people come and start yesterday. We will maneuver through it. We will maneuver through it together. So guys, that's Rago. But just in looking at this chart, let's start on the daily chart. What we did yesterday was we broke below the 50. Remember, we converted monthly pivot back on Friday and the daily midband. We broke the 50, then things really ran away. We broke the 100. We got into the third standard deviation lower band. We broke the 200 last night by a good chunk. We stopped at 29. They retraced that all the way back to the second standard deviation upper band, and now we're trading right around 25.85. We've come off total top to bottom about 12% and change from the highs of 28.78. We are now red on the year in the markets. Okay, here's your close for 2017, 26.68.25. We've been more than 100 points below that. So 2018, red on the year. So aside from me telling you guys to be really, really careful today, today's going to be important from the standpoint of, are they going to bounce this and hold it, or are we going to see persistent downside that starts to turn into a lower band ride? I don't know the answer to that. And until we get into the regular session and figure out what price actually is and what price wants to be going forward and what the impact of the literal collapse of some of these VIX-related instruments is, when we won't really know. So I'm asking everybody to be smart, be safe, take a wait-and-see approach to these markets. You should not be in there like a cowboy trying to sling contracts, because if you screw up one time is your whole account. One time. You will blow up. You will blow up. And that's very real. Okay? You want to be trading next week when this volatility goes from 1,000,000 miles an hour to about 150 miles an hour and it turns into a fantastic trading tape. That's when your opportunities come. The kind of vol we saw on Friday. Not this. This is like, this is Wile E. Coyote with his hair on fire going off a cliff, okay? I'm not going to hold his hand. We have to wait, okay? So real quick, hourly chart. The one thing that I am encouraged by is that the hourly midband acted as resistance overnight. I'll be interested to see if they can challenge this low. But you can see compression, expansion. There's nothing else to call this except free fall. Absolute free fall. This was free fall. There was a 20-minute, 1 minute candle last night, okay? So you see, weekly pivot, monthly pivot are way off in the distance. I think we'll know a lot more this time tomorrow about how this tape reacted to such a hard fall. Okay? All right. I will be posting periodically throughout the day. 4:15 this afternoon, after the close, we are doing a free webinar. It was scheduled. It's been on the calendar. Here it is. Tony is going to walk through his NQ futures system that he's been using in the room with much success for many years. Come and check that out. If you're a NASDAQ trader, this is mandatory viewing as far as I'm concerned. Before he does that, you are going to get a solid 10 to 15 minutes of me talking about this tape and what we did today. So if you trade this stuff every day, you need to be in there with us at 4:15. We'll all sit around. If you have questions, you ask them, I answer them, and then we'll go ahead with Tony's presentation. Okay? The sign-up link is in YouTube. Okay? Take care, everybody. Again, don't be bashful. Come and see us today. Come start a trial. There were a lot of new people you could start with. Now there are a truckload of new people that you can start with. Okay, take care. Talk to you then. Trade one. Follow us over on Twitter, Instagram, and Snapchat at Princeton Trader. Check us out on Facebook and join us for a free trial at www.princetontrader.com. Trade 'em well.